Hey everybody, this is Lee Wanner. We talked about the 5 modes of the pentatonic scale, A minor pentatonic scale, and then after that we went those same modes and added one note to each, well, one note and its octaves to each pattern, and that was the blue note, the flat 5. Very cool, very versatile. You've heard it from everything, Led Zeppelin, the most obvious blues artists, and also jazz. So today we're going to go back to that regular or original minor pentatonic scale that we played, and we are going to add the major third to it. So there'll be a flat third and a regular third. Tonally speaking, according to tonality, that's the case. It's one and the same, but according to function, of course, well, we have a bit of contradiction here, because if we're playing a major third and a minor third, which is it? We really can only have one. That minor third, that flat 3, would also be called a sharp 9, and so forth. We'll talk about that more in the future. But where you want to apply it is what we'll talk about now, over dominant chords. So if we had an A minor 7 chord, we wouldn't want to do this. If we had an A dominant chord, A7, then we would want to do this. So we'll begin with the original pentatonic scale that we learned, or the minor pentatonic that we learned in the first video in this series, starting with the A on the 5th fret of the E string. So that's root and then what we call the flat third. Well, to add the major third, we just got to go up 1 fret. Okay? So we're going to play both those notes. You can play it like that. If you want, if you're kind of a Holdsworthian type guy, you can play with your ring finger and pinky instead of a slide. Or you can bend it in a bluesier situation. The next string, we'll skip the flat 5 because we're just doing the minor pentatonic, not the blues pentatonic. After that, looks the same. Nothing new here. Now the next string will, however, we're going to play our flat third and then the major third, middle finger. Ring finger can go on as before. So you see we have. Now, if this is our chord, a dominant chord, then this note's not a passing tone. Like, you wouldn't want to play that because you'd be kind of hanging out too long on this note, both of which are going to clash with the note in the chord. So instead you may want to play or whatever. So far we have this. Again, I milked that note just because I'm going through the strings, but we'll come back to this. The last 2 strings, B string same as it used to be, high E string, same as the low E string. So now, again, Holdsworth type stretching, you know. Of course, Holdsworth, you can hear like one blues lick on one album. Anybody tell me what album that is? I bet somebody can. If you can tell me, yeah, first comment who says what album they can hear Holdsworth play a blues lick on, and it'll be a special prize. But all the same, bending's more commonly heard in blues. Right? That kind of stuff. You hear that all the time. Added the blues note. That's a good example of something I should mention. The blues note still applies here. And after you get used to playing your regular pentatonic, try to constrict yourself for a while. Contain your enthusiasm for that blues note and just add the major third for dominant chords. Get used to that. And then you try adding that flat 5 in there also and have a good time with that. Next video, we'll be learning how to play the major third in the 2nd mode of the pentatonic scale. Until then, happy practicing.